Hi everybody, it's Eileen from Now There's a Crafty Idea, and I'm back with my promised haul video. I had a lovely weekend away, and we went to York, which was great, and then we had a night at a friend's caravan, which was lovely. So I've got tons to show you. As usual, York didn't disappoint, although I've got to say I didn't find as much as I did last time. So, well, you know, these things are a bit hit and miss anyway. So I'm just going to clear some of this out and then I'll show you what I found, because there's just tons. Tons and tons and tons. Not all of these are from York. A couple of them I got from a local shop, and I will show you those ones. I'm not sure if I've showed you before. The first thing I found was this such a cute little kiddies book, and it's like it's absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't find out when it was from, but I'm thinking it looks 50s to me. It looks very 50s, but I love the typeface that they've used on it, and it's all about learning to tell the time. And I'm not sure what I'll use it for yet. I just thought it was so cute. I mean, look at this, isn't that gorgeous? Wouldn't that make a lovely page in a journal? I love it. I absolutely love it, and I just love that it's got a different typeface. As you know, I'm all about those. And this one I found in a little shop. I think some part of it must have disappeared, although saying that I'm not sure. I found in a little shop. It's a little vintage shop, and it's down one of the alleyways. York is all alleyways. Alleyways and little streets, and it's great. So I found that one. That was a great find, and again I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but I just thought it was so cute, and I love the artwork on it, and it's very 50s. So, and then of course we have to find one of these everywhere we go. We have to. It's a challenge of mine now that everywhere I go I find one of these, and I think I've got about 4 now, so I'm going to probably pop a couple on the Etsy shop, so keep an eye open for that. I'll let you know when I do. But as usual, the beautiful book. The only problem is this one has got the print face and not the handwritten typeface, which is not a big problem because the imagery is still just as gorgeous. I hope you can hear that little bird. He's giving us a little song. But yeah, so it's just as gorgeous, and yeah, everything from the inside cover, everything, it's just beautiful. And the book itself, you know, that's gorgeous. So yeah, so we've got that one, and that was a good find. They're always a good find, the Edith Hall, and if ever you see them, get them, because they're well worth it. And then I found these, and these were in a charity shop, but they had a vintage department, which was great, and they had all sorts of stuff in. There wasn't a great deal of stuff that I was looking for, but these are a game called Flight. Now I've never heard of it, but somebody else might. And they're all different images, so you can see, and look at those images, aren't they gorgeous? The kind of again, the 1950s kind of art, and I'm pretty sure that this game is pretty old. I mean, I don't think it says anything about when it was created or when it was printed. It's just the rules. No, but each of the cards seems to have like a different thing on it. And they've got Singapore, and what's that one? Ottawa. You know, there's loads of different lovely images on these cards, and I think they're just gorgeous. And I mean, I would just pop those in without even changing them into a journal, because I think they're cute the way they are. So I got that, and I was really pleased with that. Because old cards, you know, you come across them quite a lot, but something that's different, you know, you don't see that as much as you know you would hope. I mean, the lexicon game, I've got a couple of them. I found a few of those, and I found a few Mahjong. I've never come across this game before. Oh, we've got a little buzzy bee. Right, now books. This one I simply got it because I like the cover, and it's a perfect size, and it's got, you know, the paper's really good quality, and I think it's from, it is, let me see, it's got a couple of plates in it as well, which I could use for ephemera. 1948. So yeah, it's a nice book, and I think, you know, I can bring that back to life and give it a new life. So I'm gonna do that. And then I got this one, and this one is the this is really unusual. It's a book of pottery marks. Now I imagine that a antique steeler would use this, pottery and porcelain. I don't know if it's particularly old. 1961, yeah, 1961. But look at all these lovely marks and all these lovely signs and that. That's going to make such unusual pages to put into a junk journal. I just think, you know, it's so interesting. And I'm gonna, luckily it's in signatures, so it's been when it's been made in signatures rather than glued in, so that means it'll come out, you know, as signature pages. So for instance, it'll come out like that, and then that could go straight into a journal. Isn't that great? I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, I'm going to use them to put in my journals, and I'll probably use them in collage as well, because anything unusual, you know, I mean, some of them you could even cut them down like to the label size and use them as labels on pieces of ephemera, which I might go through the book and, you know, and make a pile to keep as signatures, a pile to cut up, and a pile for collage. But yeah, I like that one. And the good thing is, which I love in any old book that I find, is there was some old bits of ephemera in there. And look at this, and this is The Middle Way, and it's from 1979, so obviously that was an important little article that they wanted to keep. And then this one, I think they kept it for the article. And Much Needed Exhibition is of Our Times. So I think this is all to do with you know, the reason the pottery and stuff. I think it's to do with antiques and that. But the good thing about this one, because I think this must date from about the same time as that one, is it's got all these adverts on the back, which is great. So yeah, that'll come in handy for when I'm making ephemera. So, and I love finding little extras like that. It's not very often these days. And then this one is the Manual of English Grammar and Composition. And yeah, this one's quite old, I think, and it's got in embossed Trevor and England, Carlane, Hull. So this was obviously, you know, a lot older, and 1904. And it's a lovely book of just, you know, it's how to write, how to say things, how to put things, what tense to use. But again, it's got interesting pages, and I love that. These always come in handy when you're doing you know, kind of doing collages or making ephemera, or just looking for something a little bit different to pop into your journal. Because could you imagine one of these pages? Luckily the pages are not too thin. One of these pages sitting as a pull-out, or as an actual journal page, signature page. You know, it's lovely, and it's a bit of history. And what I like about it is somebody's obviously used this quite a lot, because it has actually got a lot of notation in, and the notation is in such lovely handwriting, and it looks to me like it's been done with a fountain pen, because you can see where the ink has been dipped and where it started to run out, and then it's been dipped again. So I think whoever used it was using pencil and fountain pen, and again ink droplets, which makes me think that it definitely was. So yeah, it's really interesting. And then there's all of this written on it, which I haven't had a chance to read through yet, but I love things like that, because it's all part of its history. So yeah, and I mean, it's not in great shape, but I could still save that book and use that cover, which I think would look great as a journal. Now, sticking with what we found in York, I found this great little shop, and it had its own craft section, and I got some jacquard ribbon, and look at that, isn't that beautiful? I'll just take that off so you can see it. So I got the purple one and the green one. Aren't they lovely? Aren't they beautiful? I can't wait to start using those in my journals. And then I got some lovely lace. Now, I don't tend to get a lot of lace. We don't have a great deal of craft shops around us, unfortunately, and not many haberdasheries either. So it was nice to find one that had lace, and I'm trying to show you. One sec while I just clip this open, because it is such lovely lace. And I think it's crocheted lace, so it's nice and sturdy. But yeah, it's nice to have something different. I tend to not get a lot of lace, and I know you can get the craft laces and that, but we don't have shops like Joann's and things like that in England, and unfortunately the ones that we do have are tending to close down at the minute. So Hobbycraft, which is one of our biggest ones, it's, you know, it's cutting back on its stock and that. So they were the laces I got anyway, and I really like them. And I think I might tea dye this one because I'm not that keen on the white. This one's ever so slightly cream. You can see when I put it against the white there's a very slight difference there. I hope you can see that on camera. So I might leave that one as it is. And then this one obviously is such a lovely antique cream. It's just beautiful. As you can see, I've already used that one. Oh my dear. In fact, I'll show you what I've used it on. I started a new journal and I just wanted to make a nice cover, so I used that lace to make the cover. So I'll show you more of this in another video. And then I got these, and you know I love my my linens, my vintage linens. So that's a lovely one, isn't it? Isn't that gorgeous? I'm not sure what I'll use it for yet, but I'm getting quite a few now. And my sister was suggesting, you know, you've got a bag full of these, you should really maybe put them on to Etsy and share them. So maybe I might, I'm going to look through them. And then I found this one, which was great. And I found this one in a shop in the Shambles, which was even better. So yeah, I thought, wouldn't it be great to be able to just cut off these little flowers and use them on pieces of ephemera. But it's lovely, it's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I can't wait to start playing with that one. And then where's the other one? This one, again, it's the embroidery that I love. I absolutely love it, and I think I might make a digital of this one because it's absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that gorgeous? And the actual napkin itself, it looks like it's been all hand sewn all the way around. Tiny little stitches. It's actually, I don't think you can see it on the camera, it's actually tiny blanket stitch. I mean, that is absolutely amazing to me, to keep it that small. I don't think it's been done on a machine because it looks handmade, but you know, I might make a digital of that one actually. I've got a few that I want to put on digitals because I've got some really lovely linens now because I've been collecting for a while. And then this one again is just gorgeous. Let me put it the right way around. How wonderful is that? Isn't that so romantic? With the lobelia and the lovely flowers and the beehive, and then this lovely gentleman and the lady. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So again, I might make a digital of that one because this one I think is hand embroidered, and this one I think is a bit more modern. I just liked it, and the fact that it's been actually done by hand. Somebody's just sat with this and embroidered it, and they've done it on both sides, so it's embroidered top and bottom. And I just love the fact that it's been done by hand. Somebody sat and spent a long time creating that beautiful pattern. So yeah, look out for for future digital packs, because I've got quite a few bits now that I need to get on. This came in the pack. So these three, I was in a charity shop in York. Now where was I? It was a street that comes off the Shambles, so I was down there. It's near the city wall, but it's got some staining on, and it is quite a simple design, but the fabric itself is absolutely beautiful, and I thought that is going to make a great journal cover, and I'll be able to embroider into it and do one of my embroidered journal covers. So yeah, I got that because I loved it. I thought that was great. And in the pack was this as well, which that is just stunning. It's a bit damaged, but I don't mind. I don't mind. I mean, it's just got lovely little flowers. I mean, that one's missing obviously, but look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't mind that it's damaged. You know, these vintage things, they do get damaged, and that adds to the charm. I think when you're using them the way we do as junk journalists, I think it does add to the charm. And then this is the last one, which again, you can see this is handmade, and this fabric is just gorgeous. It's real vintage linen, and you just can't beat it. You can't beat it. And then obviously on this side it's got just a little design. But yeah, they're gorgeous, aren't they? So there'll be a couple of digital packs I think coming up. And then I found, you're going to laugh at this, I found these leaves. Now you're thinking, leaves, Eileen, you know. But I have been thinking about doing another forest journal, because I love doing the forest journals. And I got these because I thought, well, first of all, I've started, so you'll see, I'll put one next to each other. So there's the leaf as it comes. So then I got me ink. I hope you can see the difference it's made, putting a little bit of ink around. And then I thought I might actually use either hand embroider it or use the machine to embroider it, or I might actually just use one of my felt pens and actually embroider and actually draw onto them, because I want to make them a little bit more realistic so that I can use them in my forest journal. I've got a theory in mind. Now the other stuff, I got this from a shop a bit closer, but this is still, you know, the holiday trip, so excuse me. This one is just gorgeous, and I can't remember what the date on this one was. I think I had to do a bit of research into this one, but it's got these lovely plates. Look at those, aren't they gorgeous? So if this is not in copyright, if this is pre-1928, because I think 1928 is your copyright, then I'll be able to scan these, and won't they make beautiful pieces of ephemera? And if it is in copyright, then I'll be able to cut them out and use them as ephemera. And then I got this book. Now this book, it was a nice find, and I always look out for books with birds. But this one, it's not great for cutting the birds out, because it's, as you can see, they're all quite small. But how great would this be once it's cut out to use as either, again, you could use it in a signature. So let's say this is the middle. You could put that straight into your signature, and then you've got a lovely piece, a lovely page with birds on in your journal. Or you could have that as a pull out, you know, attach it to the edge of your page, or simply keep it like that and just pop it into a page as a piece of ephemera itself. And in fact, if you've got a page that's it's got lovely images like that on that side, back that side with some coffee dyed paper, and there you've got a nice tall tag. So that's why I got that one. It is quite a new one, which is, you know, they're not always the best, but the good thing about it is drawings and not photographs. A lot of the new bird books are all photographs, and they're not the same. But I like that one, and I like the shape of it too. So, you know, and the book itself, the cover itself, it's not bad. It, you know, it would make a nice little travel journal. So maybe I might do that, and then we can leave a lot of the pages in, and it could be kind of a bird watcher's travel journal. So I might do that in the future. Excuse me. This one I love because it's so vintage. It is a BBC TV, and it's got the publication price 3s. I don't know all money, so is that 3 shillings maybe? I'm not sure. The monetary system in Britain changed the year I was born, which was 1971, so I only know the new money. I don't know the old. So anyway, it's got these lovely patterns in, and then these lovely vintage photographs in, which I love. I think they're just so cute. And how cute are they? I mean, it's darling. Look at that. Doesn't she look so perfect? And I just thought, how wonderful, what lovely imagery. And yeah, it's just a cute Look at that. Now that's made of velvet. Could you imagine how heavy that would be? I'm afraid I live my life in jersey, t-shirts and leggings. This I loved. It was such a find. The British Beekeepers Guidebook, and it's priced in old money, so I know it's pre-71. So I think, I don't know if it's got the date in. I don't know. I can't remember if I found a date. But anyway, I got it because I am still doing that bee journal, and look at the imagery in it. Isn't it just perfect? I mean, I just love the old photographs of the beekeepers, and then look at these lovely figures, and you know, it's just a perfect find for when you're going to do a bee journal. So this is going to feature prominently, because I'm going to do the two journals, the one with the kit and the one without. So this is a lifesaver for the one with the without the kit, which is great because it's going to cement it, as we say. Look at those, aren't they beautiful? The only thing that would have been better was if it was in colour, but even that I'm not that bothered about. And it's just got, isn't it beautiful? It's absolutely stunning. I'm just over the moon with it. But yeah, so, and it's got these lovely old advertisements on, which I'm pretty sure it's not in copyright. I'm gonna scan them anyway, but they're all beekeeping adverts, which is great. That's perfect for the bee journal. So I can feel another digital. And then this was a find, which I love. I think I've shown you this one. I can't remember if I've shown you this one. So anyway, this is the I think is it the tea? It's the Thai Food Tea Limited. And it's like the tea cards that you used to collect. And I don't know if this was something that you used to do that was just in the UK, or if everybody did this. But these lovely little cards, which make the perfect pieces of ephemera. You used to collect these with your tea bags, because this was at a time when you would either get your tea off there would be a guy who came round and he would sell tea, or you would get them in the boxes of tea bags at the shops, and people just started collecting them and swapping them and getting trying to get full sets. And look, they've got on the back, it tells you where it is, and it's got the information and that. And then, oh, they're just so cute, and I've used them a few times. It's very rare to get a full set of these that hasn't been glued on the back, because the glue damages the back, and then you can't get them the sticky off. But these are all just perfect, and as you can see, they're all just slotted in, and it is a full set. Isn't that great? I've got a few of these, so I am considering popping this onto the Etsy. So I might, I'm not 100% sure. I want to go through the ones I've got, because I have got, but I know for a certain fact I haven't got any that are in this good condition, so I'm not sure about that. This one I got just because I like the imagery in it, and to be fair, I was in a shop, and it's a charity shop, because I do like going into those. A thrift store, I think they're called in America. We call them, to be fair, we call them junkie shops. It's a local term for them. But yeah, the store I was in, it was buy 2 books get 1 free. So this was the one I picked up. There was nothing else I wanted, but this one was mildly interesting, so I picked it up. And it's got actually some nice imagery in, which I'm going to go through, and I'm going to cut out. It's not out of copyright, so I wouldn't be able to scan any of this, but some of the images are really pretty, and I'll be able to cut out the images and use them for ephemera in future journals. And I do like a lot of the imagery in it. It's of a certain date, which is fair enough, but and some of it, you know, I wouldn't use, because you don't want a battle scene in your journal. Not really. But some of it is really good, and there's some pretty bits, like, look at that. I know that that's a photograph of an old letter, but you know, it's nice, and that as a piece of ephemera backed with some coffee dyed paper would be perfect, wouldn't it? And then, you know, lots of other little bits and pieces. And look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And then these lovely cards and things. So yeah, it's got some really nice bits in, and I'm going to sit and fussy cut. Again, we don't need to see that. But there she is. Now this lady, Queen Elizabeth I, is one of my heroes. Absolutely wonderful person. But yeah, best monarch we've ever had. Although Lizzie II is doing a really good job too. But yeah, there's quite a few bits in here that I want to keep and just use as bits of ephemera. And again, this must have been somebody's homework, because oh yeah, it was, yeah. Campbell 3D, that must have been the class that were in class 3D. Well, you lost your homework. I hope you didn't get wrong for not having that. But yeah, again, it's a fussy cutting book. And then this one I found, and I love it. I love preserving, you know, preserves, jams, pickles, making all sorts of stuff like that. I love it anyway. But this is an old book. Now, it's not old because you can see the price on it is £2.95, which is new money. So we know it's post 71. The first page has been ripped out, and I'll tell you how I know that, because they have the same page in the back and you can see the full page, and that one's damaged a little bit. But the reason I love this is because of the imagery. I know it's all photographs, and I've just said to you that I'm not that keen on photographs, but some 80s photography, and I'm pretty sure this is an 80s book. I think that the page that was ripped out would have had the date on, but I'm pretty sure this is an 80s book. It feels 80s. The 80s photography, some of it is so lovely, and 70s, you know, even 70s, this might actually be 70s, because this kind of drawing, this style of drawing was very big in the 70s books in the UK. And it's got all these lovely recipes as well for making different types of jam. And I just thought, you know, I've had a vague thought in my head to do some to do like a kind of a, not a cookbook, but a preserver's book. And I just thought, wouldn't that make a lovely junk journal? Because, you know, a lot of families, not everybody, but a lot of families, they have these old recipes passed down. You know, grandma's apple jelly and granddad's chutney and things like that. And I've got a couple of those lovely recipes passed down. And I just thought, wouldn't it be lovely to make a journal that's like a preserver's journal, so that you can put in, because I've got a couple. I found when I was looking for books, I found a couple of cookbooks, and they've actually got the recipes written in hand on pieces of paper that were tucked into the book. And that is just great, because, you know, I don't want to lose those. That somebody's taken the time to write those down. Isn't that gorgeous? That's going straight into my bee journal. But I just thought, wouldn't it be great to have somewhere where you can tuck recipes like that and then write in your own recipes? And I just thought this is the perfect book to use to create such a journal. So I'm going to go through and pick out my favourite bits, because the imagery in it is gorgeous. And again, these photographs are just great. And I just think it's 70s, 80s. I'm thinking leaning more towards early 80s, because it's got that kind of feel to it. With echoes of the 70s artwork. But yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to use it to make a preserver's journal. I mean, it's lovely. Oh, look at that. They're salted almonds, but I like spiced almonds as well. There's a place in Kendal, which is in the Lake District in England, and there's this stall that this guy runs, and every time I go there I've got to go to his stall, because you can smell it all around the town. And he does the spiced nuts, but he only does them like autumn, winter time. Oh my word. Oh, amazing, amazing. I always come away with bags full. It is the perfect little, you know, on a cold frosty day, walking around the lake, munching on your spiced hot hot spiced nuts. They're gorgeous. So that's about everything I got. And oh no, I forgot this. I found this. You know I love vintage jewellery. I do. And I found this in a little antique shop in York, and it's an actual hair clip. And I thought, wouldn't that be great if I took the mechanism off the back to use on the front of a journal as a piece of, let's get that journal back and I'll show you. Could you imagine that without the mechanism on the back, so it's lying flat? And that would make a beautiful little decoration. And you could also, if I could find a way of doing it, use it as kind of the catch for the journal. And then I got it home and I started looking at it and I thought, you know what, I kind of want to keep it so that I can wear it in my hair when I go out. So I'm still debating with myself on that one. I love it. I mean, I don't think it's very antique. I don't think it's very vintage. It was in an antique shop, but I only paid pennies for it, and I just thought, how gorgeous is it? So yeah, that might, I haven't made my mind up yet. I'll have to think about it. Now I'm going to quickly show you this before I end this video. I started working on a journal. Now, I did start working on it off camera because, as you know, I wasn't feeling very well for a few weeks. It's been a bit of a rough ride, and you know, we've had things going on. So I started this one, and I've got it to this stage where I've just finished making the cover. Now this is the inside. This is the lace that I bought from York, and that's the outside. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put a book plate on there or not. That's something I'm going to do in a upcoming video. And the kit, I can't remember. I will tell you in another video, but I've literally just put together the signature. And this is I bought myself a bath bomb because I love Lush. If you don't know what Lush is it's kind of like it's not cosmetic, it's more kind of lotions and potions, bath bombs, shampoos, deodorants, soaps. They make the most amazing soaps. And my absolute favourite is they do a range called Rose Jam, and it is the most rose smelling, rose scented thing that I've ever had. And I got myself a bath bomb, but when I took it out the bag, oh, it just smells amazing. So I'm gonna open it up somehow and put it into a journal, because that smell, and I think that when you're making a journal, not only does it have to be tactile, but I want it to have a nice scent, a nice fragrance as well. So I'm going to use that in one of my journals. But yeah, I've just been putting together bits of stuff, and I will go through this again because yes, I am going to do the rest of it on camera. So I just thought I would let you know what I've been up to, and tell you about my lovely time in York. We did go to the Shambles, which is the where J.K. Rowling got the idea for Diagon Alley from. And if you get a chance, go on Google Maps and you can actually have a look down the street, and it is just like Diagon Alley. And the shop I wanted to go to, because there's quite a few, there's a potion shop, and then I think there's a broom shop, and then there's a couple of other shops. But the one I wanted to go to, as I think I told you in the last video, was the shop the shop that shall not be named. And we got there and the queue was 30 people deep, and it was a hot day, and we'd been walking around the city. We'd walked the city walls, and I'd been through all of my favourite vintage and charity shops, and we'd had something to eat. But it was a really hot day, and I thought, I can't stand in a queue for what looks to be an hour and a half. Because obviously when people go into the shop, because there's so much in there, and it's all Harry Potter, and it's got, you know, all of the robes and everything, people take a long time looking around. And I thought, not today, can't do it. So I think I'll go back another time and have a look at that shop. I think at the minute everything's a little bit mad because we have just opened up again in England, and things are starting to get back to normal. It's taking time, but we're getting there. But yeah, I think that I need to go back and do that another day, because I didn't have the energy or the patience to wait. But apart from that, I saw all the other Harry Potter shops, which was great. And yeah, it was really nice to have a weekend somewhere away from home because it's been a long lockdown. So I hope everybody's well. I hope you've enjoyed the whole video. I know it's just me prattling on and showing you things, but you know, sometimes you get inspiration from these things, and it's nice just to sit and have a chat and catch up. And I hope that you're all well. I hope that you're all crafting away a storm and enjoying yourselves. And I hope that you're getting some of this lovely weather, because we finally got our summer, and it is absolutely wonderful. It's so warm, and yeah, it's great. So I will leave it there, and I will see you in the next one, and take care and happy crafting. Bye.